Hello and welcome to part 4 of our walkthrough for Myst Remastered on Xbox. We're going to show you how to get all the achievements, and for this part we're going to do the 4th area of the game called Selenitic. So to get there we are heading over to the map first of all. Move the pointer so that it goes through the rocket at the top, and this will reveal a voltage that we're going to need to set a generator to. So back down the secret passage once more, and up on the left. Quick reminder that this is the randomized playthrough that I'm currently going through, so all of the solutions that you're going to see are all, particularly for the next couple of puzzles, are 100% random. So 41 volts is my target that I'm going to go for. Yours will be different. Basically, if we weren't doing the randomized playthrough, you'd have to play through the game more than once to get all these achievements. So I'm doing it in the quickest way possible, which is do the randomized playthrough first. But if you follow the way that I am solving these puzzles, it'll be easy to find the solutions yourself. Just if you follow, if I show you where the clues are. So I need to, basically when I get down to the generator, which is in this stone building here, go down to the bottom. When you get to the generator, each button will do a different value, and you need to make sure that they add up to 41 and don't go over. So that one does 10, that one does 7. 17 plus 8 would be 25, and then that one does 16. Oh right, 6. So 25 plus 16 should be 41. So those 4, I get the achievement for doing the generator puzzle. Now that will open the rocket over at the top of the map, but I don't want to go in there just yet, because before I head into the rocket I'm going to need to find the solution to the piano puzzle, and there is an achievement tied to this, to doing it first time. So to do that I need to gonna have to pull out not that book, not that book, that book, and then keep flipping the pages in the book until I get to the piano. There will be a piano diagram in here, and see the numbers 1 to 5. That's telling you what code, which notes to basically play. There are 2 ways to solve the puzzle. You can either try and match the sounds, or the much simpler way, which I've found, is to simply count from the bottom how many keys up each note is. So the bottom key is number 1. So for number 5, for instance, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that right? 1, 2, 3. So your 5th number is going to be 9. So number 4 is 21, meaning that number 3 is going to be 23. Number 1 is 26. And number 2 is 28. So I would suggest you write those down, because you're going to need those in a second. Like I say, you could simply try and play those notes on the keyboard and then try and match them to the tones that you get on the machine, but that, I personally found that to be far too hard. And as there's an achievement for getting this right first time, it's much more advisable to just try and just do it this way with the numbers. So you simply count up that number of spaces. So the first number is 26. So your first space is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. And as number 2 is 28, if I go up to the level with the other one, 2 more. 1, 2. So that's now 28, 23. So that's 26, 25, 24, 23. This one needs to be number 21. That's 21, and then this one needs to be number 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That should be the solution. Hit the switch and done. Like I say, your notes will be different to the ones that I had, but the method will be exactly the same. Simply count how many notes up on the scale and enter those on your dials. And we're now heading off to Selenitic for some sound-based puzzles. So head down this walkway and go up the first set of stairs that you come down. Down here. Follow this path all the way to the end. Where you should find a blue page and a switch to turn on the light. As you can see, there is some running water and a microphone above it. Head all the way back down the pathway to the start again, and then go up the next set of stairs, where you'll find a fire with a microphone above it. Hit the button to turn it on. Then head down the stairs and straight across here to a clock. Follow the pathway around this way and you'll come to a little path here that you can go down, and there'll be a red page at the end here next to the switch. Turn on the switch for the crystal area, and then follow this final path down here. This is the wind area. So turn on the switch and climb down the ladder. Flip this switch to turn on the lights in the tunnel, and then make your way along to the other end and climb the ladder at the end. Then make your way up to this machine here, and we're going to try and line up all of the if you look up, line up all those satellite dishes with the sound areas that we've just turned on. So let's start with the water. So the water one is actually the hardest one to find, because you actually can't see it. So that's the fire one there, and then the water one is somewhere off behind here. If you keep moving it slightly, the sound will come on. There you go. Next we'll do the fire one. Next we'll do the clock. Next it's the crystal. And then finally it's the wind. Okay, so once you've done that, you're going to need to hit this middle button and it will give you the order that the code is next going to come in. So water, clock, wind, crystal, fire. Water, let's do that again. Water, clock, wind, crystal, fire. Okay, so that's going to be the code to get through the doorway to the final section of the level. So make your way back down the ladder and through the underground tunnel. And then make your way back to near where you started the level and you'll see a doorway that is currently locked. Back over here, and in this brick building here is a doorway. So we need to go to this sound wave machine here and make sure that the buttons from left to right signify the correct sound. The first one needs to be water. I'll leave that on that one. The second one was the clock, wasn't it? So there's the clock. Clock. Then we'll go with the next most recognisable one, which is the crystal. There you go. That's the crystal sound. The last one is going to be the fire, which is that one. Nope. Oh. And then the middle one is the wind. So. I think that's correct, so hit the button and the door should open if it is. And the door does open, brilliant. There we go. So now we're going to make our way down here, and this next section of the game, when you get to the end of here, has an achievement tied to it, where you must do it perfectly on your first attempt. Basically, you're making your way along a maze now on a train car, and you're not allowed to get it wrong and backtrack. And the directions that you're going to go in are related to sound. So if you need to turn the volume up on your TV when you're doing this, then do so. Now at each junction, you're going to get given a sound notification, and that basically tells you whether you need to go north, west, east, or south. If it's a ping noise, you go north. If it's a spring, you go east. A dong sound, you go south. And if it's a chirp, you will go west. If it's a combination, then you'll either go north, west, south, east, and so on. So if you're unsure, you can always press this red button to make the noise happen again. So let's press the button. So that's a ping, so that means we need to go north. So you grab this left hand joystick and push it forward. When the car stops, it will make another noise. That's a ping again, so that's going to be north again. North again. That is the chirp noise, so that will be west. If you do make a mistake on this point, you actually can't pause the game and reload your save, so what you'll have to do is press the Xbox button and exit back to the dashboard and reload the game. And when you reload in, you will actually reload in at the doorway just before this section, so you will be able to start it all again. So I'm pointing west. Let's just press the sound again. That is a chirp noise, isn't it? So let's head west. That is a spring noise, if I'm not mistaken. Spring. So that means we need to go east, which is weird considering we just actually came from the west. So basically we're going back on ourselves. But we are following the clues of the sounds. So east. Chirp noise, so back west again. Was that a spring noise or was that a chirp noise? That's the chirp, isn't it? So I'll stick with the west. West. That was a ping, so that's definitely north. Again. That was two noises mixed together, I'm sure it was. a spring. Right, so that is east. Now that's two noises mixed together, so that's a ping and what? And a spring. So that's going to be northeast. That's still northeast. And there's the achievement for never being lost. So made it through the maze without pressing backtrack on a randomised playthrough. Is what that achievement is. So that achievement won't pop if you're playing it on the normal classic mode. So run up here, press the book, and this will take us back to the library on Myst Island and the end of part 4. So before we finish, we will put the pages on the shelf. Again, make sure you don't touch any of them. And that is the end of this part of the walkthrough. So one more part to go, which is where I'll show you how to unlock all of the game's endings in the quickest way possible. So thank you for watching this one, and I will see you soon.